The cockroach crawled across Sarah's desk during math class, and everyone screamed. It came from Luna. Sarah shouted, pointing at the girl in the corner. Luna brought roaches to school. Luna's face turned red. Her hands shook as she clutched her old backpack. I didn't, she whispered. I promise I didn't. You're disgusting, another girl yelled. I bet you have 100 of them living in your dirty bags. Yeah. Tommy laughed. Did you think it was bring your pet to school day? Marcus watched from his seat by the window. He didn't say anything. He never really talked to Luna before. She was the quiet girl who always sat alone at lunch. The girl who walked to school instead of getting dropped off in fancy cars like everyone else. Everyone sit down right now. Mr. Peterson's voice boomed through the classroom. I don't want to hear another word. Luna didn't bring any roaches. Cockroaches come out when the weather gets warm. That's just nature. Or when trashy people come to school, someone whispered loud enough for everyone to hear. Luna's eyes filled with tears, but she didn't cry. She just stared down at her desk. Marcus felt weird in his stomach. Mean. That's what his classmates were being. Really mean. At lunch, Luna sat by herself like always. She opened her small paper bag and pulled out a sandwich. It looked plain. Just bread and maybe some cheese. Marcus sat with his usual group at the popular table. Pizza, chicken wings, sodas, and cookies covered their table. His mom always gave him $20 for lunch. Sometimes he didn't even spend it all. Can you believe that roach girl? Sarah said, biting into her pizza. So gross. Luna walked past their table, heading to the trash can. Hey, roach girl. Tommy called out. Make sure you throw away your bugs too. Everyone laughed. Everyone except Marcus. He watched Luna's shoulders drop. She threw away her lunch bag and walked quickly toward the door. Later that afternoon, Mr. Peterson made an announcement that changed everything. Class, listen up. For our social studies project, you'll do something different this year. You'll be partnered with another student, and you'll spend 24 hours living with them. You'll sleep at their house, eat their food, and see how they live. Then you'll write a report about what you learned. Yes. Sarah pumped her fist. Whoever gets me is so lucky. It'll be like a vacation at my house. This isn't a vacation, Sarah, Mr. Peterson said. This is about learning. About understanding how other people live. About walking in someone else's shoes. Marcus hoped he'd get paired with his best friend, Tyler. They could play video games all night and call it homework. Marcus and Luna, Mr. Peterson read from his list. Marcus's mouth dropped open. Luna looked like she wanted to disappear into the floor. No way. Sarah gasped. Mr. Peterson, that's not fair. Marcus shouldn't have to go to that dump. That's enough. Mr. Peterson's face turned serious. Respect is our #1 rule in this classroom. The partners are final. No switching. After class, Luna walked up to Marcus. She looked scared. Listen, she said quietly. You don't have to do this. I can talk to Mr. Peterson. Maybe I can switch with someone else or just fail the project. I don't want you to feel bad about coming to my house. Marcus looked at her. Really looked at her. Luna had kind eyes. Sad eyes. But kind. It's okay, Marcus heard himself say. We'll figure it out. We'll go to my house first, then yours. Fair is fair. Luna's eyes got wide. Really? You're sure? Yeah, Marcus said. And he meant it. He didn't know it yet, but this project was about to change his whole life. Because sometimes, the people we think we know nothing about are the ones who teach us everything that matters. Marcus's butler, James, picked them up after school in the shiny black car. Luna had never been in a car so fancy. The seats felt like butter. Everything smelled like new leather and expensive perfume. Welcome, Master Marcus, James said. And welcome, Miss Luna. Luna's eyes went wide. Did he just call you Master Marcus? Marcus felt his face get hot. Yeah. It's embarrassing. But James has worked for my family forever, so he's kind of old-fashioned. When they pulled up to Marcus's house, Luna gasped. It wasn't a house. It was a mansion. Bigger than the school. Bigger than anything Luna had ever seen except maybe the mall. You live here? Luna couldn't believe it. All by yourself? Well, my parents live here too, Marcus said. When they're home. Which isn't very often. Inside, everything sparkled. The floors were so shiny Luna could see her reflection. Giant paintings hung on the walls. A crystal chandelier hung from the ceiling like a frozen waterfall made of diamonds. Wait, Luna said, looking down at her worn-out sneakers. Should I take my shoes off? Oh, definitely, Marcus said. My mom gets really upset if the carpets get dirty. Some of them cost more than a car. Luna slipped off her shoes. Her socks had a hole in the toe. She tried to hide it by curling her foot. Marcus pretended not to notice, but he saw. And he felt weird again. That same feeling from lunch. Are you hungry? Marcus asked. Chef Roberto is making dinner. You have a chef? Luna whispered. A real chef. Yeah. He makes dinner every night. Tonight it's sushi. Luna had never eaten sushi. She'd seen it on TV shows, but she always thought it was just for fancy people. People like Marcus. At dinner, Luna tried to use the chopsticks. She dropped her sushi 3 times. Marcus showed her how to hold them properly. When she finally tasted the sushi, her eyes lit up like fireworks. This is the best thing I've ever eaten, she said. I can't believe people eat this good every single day. Marcus looked at his plate. He ate sushi every Thursday. Sometimes he didn't even finish it because he got bored. He never thought about how lucky he was. When did you last eat at a restaurant? Marcus asked. Luna got quiet. I can't remember. Maybe when I was really little, before my dad died. Now it's just me and my mom, and we don't have money for restaurants. Oh. Marcus didn't know what to say. I'm sorry. It's okay, Luna said quickly. My mom makes really good sandwiches. That night, Luna called her mom from the guest bedroom. Marcus could hear her through the wall. I love you, Mom, Luna said. I miss you. Don't worry about me. This place is really nice. I'll see you tomorrow. Then Luna's voice got softer. Mom, are you okay? Did you take your medicine? Okay. Good. I love you. Bye. Marcus knocked on the door. Hey, is everything okay? Everything's fine, Luna said, but her eyes looked red. Why wouldn't it be? The next day was Marcus's turn to visit Luna's house. They took the bus because Luna said she walked everywhere. The bus ride took 40 minutes. Marcus had never been on a city bus before. You do this every day? Marcus asked. Just to get to school? Yep, Luna said. Every single day. Rain or shine. When they got off the bus, they walked another 20 minutes. Marcus's feet hurt in his expensive sneakers. Luna didn't even look tired. Finally, they reached the lighthouse. It was old and white with red stripes, sitting on a cliff overlooking the ocean. Paint peeled from the sides. Some windows had cracks covered with tape. This is it, Luna said nervously. I know it's not much. We can still turn around if you want. No way, Marcus said, looking at the ocean. This is actually really cool. Inside, the lighthouse was tiny. Everything fit in one big room. A small kitchen. A couch that turned into Luna's bed. A tiny bathroom. That was it. But the walls were covered with drawings. Beautiful drawings of the ocean, birds, ships, and sunsets. All of them done in pencil and crayon. Did you draw these? Marcus asked. Luna nodded. Art is free. And I like drawing what I see from the window. They're amazing, Marcus said. And he meant it. Luna's mom, Helen, rolled into the room in her wheelchair. She had the kindest smile Marcus had ever seen. You must be Marcus, Helen said. Luna's told me so much about you. Welcome to our home. Thank you, Mrs. Helen, Marcus said. Your home is really nice. Helen laughed. You're a sweet boy, but you don't have to pretend. I know it's small, but it's ours, and we're happy here. For dinner, they walked to the community center down the street. Families filled the room, laughing and talking. Everyone knew Luna and Helen. Luna, Helen, over here. A family waved them over. They ate soup and bread together. Everyone shared food. Everyone talked and joked. Kids ran around playing tag. Parents chatted about their days. Marcus sat quietly, watching. Nobody here was rich. Nobody had fancy clothes or expensive phones. But everyone looked happy. Really, truly happy. Happier than Marcus felt in his big empty mansion. After dinner, they went back to the lighthouse. Helen made popcorn on the stove, and they all sat together to watch a movie on the small TV. Luna sat next to her mom, holding her hand. Helen kissed Luna's forehead. They laughed at the funny parts together. Marcus felt something break open in his chest. Something that hurt but also felt good. This was what a family looked like. Not big houses or fancy cars or personal chefs. Just people who loved each other and were actually there for each other. Marcus, Luna whispered. Are you okay? You look sad. I'm fine, Marcus said. But he wasn't fine. He was realizing something important. Something that changed everything. He was realizing that he'd been living in a palace but feeling like he lived in a prison. And Luna, who lived in a tiny lighthouse, had something he'd never had. She had home. That night, Luna offered Marcus her bed, but he said the couch was fine. He couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about his parents. They were somewhere across the world right now, making business deals, probably not even thinking about him. Tomorrow was his birthday. His 13th birthday. And they wouldn't be there. Again. In the morning, Luna made pancakes on the tiny stove. They were a little burnt, but Marcus thought they tasted better than anything Chef Roberto ever made. Luna, Marcus said carefully, can I ask what happened to your mom? Why is she in a wheelchair? Luna's face got sad. There was an accident at her work. A big machine broke and hurt her back really badly. She can't walk anymore. The company gave us some money, but not enough. Just $1,000 every month. Mom tried to get more through the courts, but the company had too many expensive lawyers. We couldn't afford to keep fighting. That's terrible, Marcus said. What company was it? Sterling Industries, Luna said. They make parts for ships and boats. Mom worked in their factory for 10 years before the accident. Marcus froze. His pancake dropped from his fork. Sterling Industries. His family's company. His dad's company. Marcus. Luna looked worried. Are you okay? You look sick. Marcus stood up fast. His chair scraped against the floor. I have to go. I'm sorry. I just remembered something important. He ran outside before Luna could say anything. He pulled out his phone and called his parents. They answered from their hotel room in Singapore. Marcus, his dad said. Happy almost birthday, son. We're sorry we can't be there, but we sent James to take you shopping with our credit card. I don't want to go shopping, Marcus interrupted. His voice shook. I need to talk to you about Sterling Industries. His parents got quiet. What about it? His mom asked. Did you know about Helen Rodriguez? Luna's mom? She got hurt at your factory and you only gave her a tiny bit of money. She can barely survive. She can't even walk anymore. More silence. Then his dad sighed. Marcus, business is complicated. We did what the lawyers said. I don't care what the lawyers said. Marcus shouted. Tears ran down his face. It's not right. You hurt someone's mom and then you just flew away to make more money. You're always flying away. You're never here for me, and you weren't there for Helen either. Marcus. His mom's voice cracked. We didn't know you felt this way. Well, I do, Marcus said. I live in a huge house and I'm lonely all the time. Luna lives in a lighthouse and she's happier than I've ever been because she has her mom. And you guys took away Helen's ability to work. You took away her ability to walk. And you gave her almost nothing. His parents didn't say anything for a long moment. Then his mom spoke, and she was crying. You're right. You're completely right. We've been terrible parents. And terrible people. We're booking the first flight home right now. We'll be there by tonight. Really? Marcus wiped his eyes. Really? His dad said. And son, we're going to fix this. All of it. Helen deserves better. You deserve better. We're going to make this right. Marcus went back inside. Luna sat at the table, looking confused and worried. I'm sorry I ran out, Marcus said. But I need to tell you something. Sterling Industries. That's my family's company. My parents own it. Luna's face went white. What? I didn't know about the accident until you told me. I swear. But now I do know, and I'm going to fix it. My parents are coming home, and we're going to help your mom. I promise. Luna started crying. Marcus, you don't have to. Yes, I do, Marcus said. It's the right thing to do. That evening, Marcus's parents showed up at the lighthouse. They looked tired from the long flight. But they looked determined too. Marcus's mom knocked on the door. Helen answered, looking surprised. Mrs. Rodriguez, Marcus's mom said. My name is Patricia Sterling. This is my husband, Robert. We own Sterling Industries. We're here to apologize and to make things right. They came inside. Marcus's dad handed Helen an envelope. This is a check for $500,000, he said quietly. It's not enough. Nothing could ever be enough for what happened to you. But it's a start. And we're setting up a monthly payment of $5,000 for the rest of your life. You'll also get full medical coverage through our company insurance. Helen stared at the check. Her hands shook. I don't understand. We were wrong, Patricia said, tears in her eyes. We let our lawyers convince us to do the minimum. We were cowards. We were too focused on money and not focused enough on people. On doing what's right. Our son taught us that. He taught us what really matters. Helen looked at Marcus. Luna looked at Marcus. Marcus felt his face get red. I just told them the truth. Helen started crying. Luna hugged her mom tight. They both cried together. Thank you, Helen whispered. Thank you so much. Later that night, back at Marcus's mansion, his parents did something they hadn't done in years. They threw Marcus a birthday party. Not a fancy party with 100 guests. Just a small party. Marcus, his parents, Luna, and Helen. They ordered pizza. They played board games. They laughed. And when it was time to blow out the candles, Marcus looked around at everyone and smiled. Make a wish, Luna said. But Marcus didn't need to wish for anything. Because everything he ever wanted was right here in this room. His parents, actually paying attention to him. A real friend who understood him. And the knowledge that he could use his family's money and power to help people instead of hurt them. Happy birthday, son, his dad said, hugging him tight. We love you. And we're going to do better. Starting today. Marcus hugged him back. I love you too, Dad. Luna handed him a small wrapped present. Inside was a drawing she'd made. It showed the lighthouse and the mansion, connected by a rainbow bridge. At the bottom, she'd written, Different worlds, same heart. Marcus felt tears in his eyes again. But this time, they were happy tears. Thank you, he told Luna. for teaching me what really matters. Thank you for listening, Luna said, smiling. At school on Monday, Sarah came up to Marcus at lunch. So, did you survive the Roach girl's house? She asked, laughing. Marcus looked at her. Really looked at her. Her name is Luna, he said firmly. She's my friend. And if you can't respect her, then we can't be friends anymore. He picked up his lunch tray and walked over to Luna's table. Mind if I sit here? He asked. Luna's face lit up. Always. And from that day on, everything was different. Marcus still lived in a mansion. Luna still lived in a lighthouse. But now they understood something important. Home isn't about how big your house is. Family isn't about how much money you have. And friendship isn't about being the same. Sometimes, the best friendships happen between people from completely different worlds. Because those are the friendships that teach us the most. Those are the friendships that change us. Those are the friendships that matter. Did you love Marcus and Luna's story? Hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing stories that will touch your heart. Drop a comment below telling us your favorite part.